From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenni Carlson with Brooke Pryor. Brooke, a lot of questions coming out of the game Saturday down at Houston about Baker Mayfield and his comfort with wide receivers. We knew, obviously, with the departure of Sterling Shepard, a guy who was targeted a bunch, how is this going to work? What's your feeling right now about his comfort or lack thereof, Baker's, with these wide receivers?
Yeah, I think it's a definitely lack thereof kind of situation. We've talked a lot about not having Sterling Shepard, but I think we need to kind of get past that and look at what Oklahoma does have. And they do have D.D. Westbrook, who he was targeted the most out of any receiver in the last game. They talked a lot about how they were going to spread the ball around. There was going to be 8, 9, 10 guys with catches, but that clearly wasn't the case. The majority of it went to D.D. Westbrook. But even then, there just wasn't the connection that he had last year, and a lot of it he didn't want to let go of the ball because there wasn't that connection, and then he ended up just trying to do too much.
We just got away from what we were doing. First half, I'm pretty sure we didn't have an incompletion. We were running probably about 8, 9 yards a pop. We were staying ahead of the chains, and when you do that, you have success on offense. And I think second half we got a little greedy and tried to do too much, and we got off track. And when the defense started playing well, that's when we tried to get greedy, and we weren't doing the same things and keeping the chains moving and staying ahead of the game, and that's when it kind of all got off track.
You know, I'll have to go back and look at the tape. We didn't make nearly as many routine plays the second half. You know, we forced things a little bit. We missed some easy throws and catches. You know, had a couple things we thought that were close in the run game that we were getting in the first half, and we probably lost our patience a little bit. I think I did. I think maybe offensively we did as a whole. You know, it was a little frustrating at half because it felt like we were really playing well. You know, Bake was, I think, 9 for 9 at half. You know, Joe and Samaje were averaging over 8 yards a carry. I mean, you know, the stats said you're playing really well at half. You know, disappointing to only had a few drives, and then we had, you know, a couple third and shorts that we didn't get, and so it felt like we were close. And I thought lost our patience a little bit early. You know, maybe we're a little over aggressive. Thought we kind of got a little down when the defense was getting stops, and we weren't, you know, converting those into touchdowns.
Yeah, Mayfield even admitted to the fact he held the ball too long. He just wasn't getting it out to guys. He scrambled around to try to make the big play instead of a play. And that really hurt the Sooners a lot as they were trying to make this comeback against Houston. So how do these guys develop the chemistry? I mean, what are they going to do? Is it just a matter of time, or is there anything they feel like they can do to make that evolve quicker?
Yeah, I think that's the interesting thing is we talked to Jarvis Baxter yesterday. You know, he just kept saying, well, the key is in the comfort. Get comfortable with each other. Well, how do you make that happen? We kept asking how, and he said it just has to happen. And it is like it just is one of those explanations that it makes sense, but it doesn't. Yeah. It has to come organically. I don't think you can force it, but I also think it comes in, do you need to hang out more off the field? Do you just need to play catch for hours and hours and hours and just get used to that rhythm? And you would think that by this point they've gone through camp all summer, they've gone through camp in the fall, or they've worked out all summer, they've gone through camp in the fall. Something should be coming along at this point. So they just need to try something. Maybe they haven't. Like, go to the movies at this point.
Yeah.
Watch a TV show together.
Yeah. What would it hurt, right?
Exactly. Watch Hard Knocks together. Do what you got to do.
Well, be sure to check out Brooke's story on the evolving comfort level with Baker Mayfield and his receivers, and be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.